தம்பி ஷேரபிள் ஸ்க்ரீன் தெரியுதா?
தெரியுது சார்.
ஓகே. Okay, welcome to one more session of smart device programming. So now we are doing the preliminary concepts regarding the mobile development, even the basis of Android. In the previous sessions we discussed the architecture, general architecture of Android environment. There we have seen number of layers and I explained each and every layer with its purpose. Okay. Then we started to talk the tools needed for doing Android app development. We started with Java. So in a well, for processing, Java is used. The mobile app development, for doing the process part, Java is used, and for designing purposes, what is it? XML is utilized. The editor that we are going to use is, what is that? Android Studio. It's an integrated development environment IDE editor designed by Google Corporation itself. And that Android Studio is also having a software development kit known as, what is that? Android SDK, containing all the classes, Java classes needed for developing apps as activities, services, like that. Even I said the second layer of Android architecture. So what is that? Application framework or Android framework, I said. So that corresponds to the Android SDK, I said. So these are all the ideas, points that we discussed in the last session. So now we start with the review. In our last class we mainly discussed Android runtime. So what I said about Android runtime, it's the duration, even period of an app that runs on a mobile. Once you are invoking an app, that is to be loaded on the mobile memory, and the user has to interact with that app, and that app is doing some processes, for example getting data from users and storing the data on databases, display responses. So these are all the activities, functionalities carried out by the Android app. Okay, so the entire period is known as, what is that? Android runtime. Basically the runtime of a Android app is starting with the compilation process, I said. There is a popular name for this Android runtime, ART. What is that? Dalvik Runtime Environment, in short DRE. Okay, so we discussed about ART in detail. That means DRE. The alternate name of Android runtime is, what is that? DRE, Dalvik Runtime Environment. So what about that environment? Mainly under ART, first the Java program is compiled and converted into class file, I said. So up to that JRE is used. Up to that JRE is used, I said. So after the completion of JRE with the help of JVM, even the JRE generates class file with the help of JVM. Next, the Android runtime, ART, that means DRE, starts to function. So what the DRE is doing, it takes the class file generated by the JVM environment with the help of DEX2, DEX compiler. What is it? It converts into a format known as DEX format, device executable format. So after the formation of DEX, the DX compiler hands over the converted file to AAPT2, Android Asset Packaging Tool, I said, and that AAPT is finally creating APK file for the successful running of app on several devices with different architectures. Okay, so what is the main need of ART? The main need of ART is, what is it? It optimizes the compiled Java class file. Java class files are suitable for computer environments. Okay, but they are not optimal for running on different mobile devices, because we know that mobile is a limited resource device having minimum memory and minimum processing capacity. So with this we have to run the app. So the DRE, that means the Android runtime, optimizes the generated class file into a format that could be acceptable by all mobile environments. So it's the main duty of ART, that means DRE we discussed. Then we started tools. We started with Java. So what we said about Java, the main features of Java, that means we discussed two features. The main features that we discussed are, what about them? Platform independent. And the second, we discussed 4 important aspects of object-oriented programming. Okay, so what about that? Inheritance, polymorphism, encapsulation, and abstraction. So what is said about these concepts? Acquiring a new thing from the existing is known as inheritance. Using one form with a different meaning is the polymorphism. Hiding the functionalities within a class, wrapping up the functionalities and the variables within a class is encapsulation. Defining each and everything as a small description, that means abstract, is the abstract, I said. Okay, so these 4 powerful aspects of object-oriented programming makes a software to run for a longer time, I said. Suppose you are developing not only for Android, suppose you are developing a computer software, a window programming, or even you are developing a website with the help of these 4 object-oriented principles. These principles makes your software, your website, your pack, your app to run for a longer time. Moreover, it's very easy to upgrade, very easy to modify. Okay, so these are all the concepts we discussed. Even I am discussing such papers like programming with a practical view. I am also concentrating on your examination. At the same time, I am doing these papers with a practical view. So now I set a point to you, doing of software, developing of software with these 4 principles makes a software to run for a longer time, I said. Sir, how it is? You will get an experience when you started to develop Android apps. Definitely in future you will sense that one. Okay, so for the time being, you just put it on your mind. Developing any software with the aid of these 4 object-oriented principles makes that software to run for a longer time. The lifetime of the software is larger than compared with the softwares developed with normal concepts without object-oriented programming. Okay, so these are all the points that we discussed. Okay, so now we have to go further. So what about this, sir? Today, in this session, we are going to discuss the role of Java in mobile app development. What is the importance of Java? Why the Android team, even the Google Corporation, considered Java is an optimal tool, best tool for mobile app development, because so many languages are there, number of languages are there. Even we can develop Android apps under .NET. You can also use C#. Even you can write apps by using C or C++ languages. But the selectable tool, optable tool is which one? Java. So why Java is suited for this? Okay, so we have to discuss that under this topic, role of Java in mobile app development. The first reason is Java is securable. Java is securable. What is the meaning, sir? Java is running on securable environment. I am saying even on your UG or in your previous semesters, you have to hear this concept. Java applications are running under a securable environment. What I said? Java is running in securable environment, I said. Sir, how it is? How the Java is running on securable environment? Sir, all languages are running under securable environment. Suppose you are doing a .NET program, it's also running under the securable environment. So how you are saying Java is only running on securable environment? There is a difference. There is a simple difference. You see, initially the Java is designed for doing internet programming. That means a remote program that comes from server. What I am saying? I am saying about applets you studied on your UG or in your previous sem. A remote application is running from server and it is to be downloaded on the machine, client machine, and thereafter it started to run. So what is this? This is Java applet. So with this aspect the Java is written. So once, generally saying once a Java program is downloaded from the server side and it is ready to run on a client machine, in the sense the environment JRE, Java Runtime Environment, will take care of each and every process that involved during the entire life cycle of the Java program that is going to be run on a client machine. For example, you take a client side program. What is that? Applet. That is downloaded from server by means of a HTTP call, by making a request about a website. And the tablet is downloaded on the client side and it's ready for run. The JRE, the Java Runtime Environment on the client side, prepares the environment to run that Java applet, the downloaded Java applet, in a safety environment, in a safety area, in a safety location. So here the important point to be observed is the JRE will make a request to the local operating system. The JRE will make a request about the size of program to be run and the size of data to be utilized by the downloaded program to the local OS, local operating system. For example, the local OS is Windows. For example, you take the local OS is Windows. The JRE, by observing the size of the downloaded program, for example applet, the JRE will make request about the size of that program to local OS. The window will indicate the window we did on OS. As a OS, the Windows operating system checks the file allocation table FAT and it checks the availability of this free space available on the memory. Suppose the OS founds that memory, that free location, it returns the location to JRE. Then the JRE will allocate the downloaded program on that location given by the OS, and it started to run. So here the important point to be observed is there is no direct communication in between the downloaded Java applet and the local OS running on a computer, client-side computer. In between that, the JRE will manage each and everything. So after the completion of that Java program, that Java applet, the JRE makes a request to Windows OS. Please deallocate this. The window as a OS, the Windows operating system, deallocates all the needed resources, the resources utilized by the Java application. So the important, once again I'm saying here, the important point is there is no direct communication in between the local operating system and the downloaded Java program. Okay, that comes from the internet. Sir, what this one? It's a new concept. It is not a new concept. It's a concept that is followed for running the Java programs on a machine, on any device. So now the Java program under the control of JRE with the help of JVM tools, the Java program is running on a machine, on a device in a secureable environment. The program itself is secure. Other local programs cannot disturb the Java. Like that, the Java program is not going to disturb any local programs that are running on the same machine, on a same device. So it's a more secureable concept without disturbing other programs, without getting disturbances from other side programs that are running on the same device. The Java is fully running with the control of JRE. So that's the main reason for selecting Java to do process on a mobile. Okay, so the main reason for selecting Java for doing process code under Android app development is that language is running under secureable environment. The second thing to be considered for the selection of Java for mobile environment is, what is that? Interface. Interface is the future programming aspect available within Java. So what an interface is? It seems like a class declaration, even abstract class declaration, and it contains only the declaration of a method. Just suppose you are defining an interface on a Java program. Defining an interface on a Java program, it only contains the name of a method, a return type, and its argument. That's all. Thereafter, you have to implement the interface on a succeeding programs. So the program which implements the interface has to define the method. So what is the advantage of this? Very simple. The method is declared with a meaning on an interface, and the meaning, that means the definition of that method, declared method on an interface, is changed out based on the need under different classes. So it's a powerful concept utilized in Java. A method with the same name is defined in a common place, and based on the need, the meaning of the defined method, that means declared method, is defined under different classes. What is that? Interface. Even you did indirectly, Java supports multiple inheritance through interfaces. So it's the second reason for selecting Java for mobile environment. Then the concepts, 4 concepts that we did: inheritance, polymorphism, what is that? Encapsulation, and the next one, abstractions. These 4 concepts I already told you, using of even writing of a software with these 4 principal OOPS concepts will make that software to run for a longer time. So it's the next reason for selecting Java for mobile app development, so that actually a mobile app to be developed by using Java with the OOPS concept will have longer lifetime. Yes, then the important one, what is that? Multi-threading. So what a thread, even we did the Java threading concept. So what a thread is? It's a program. Thread is a part of a program which runs on the same time. Even within Java, threads are executed by using a policy we know. What is that? Wait and execute. Java supports multi-threading. So it's a needed thing under the mobile app development. Because in my introductory session, I said a computer program is not having any disturbances. Once a computer program comes on the screen, in the sense it completes the session. Even there is no disturbances from the other sides, from the environment on a computer in which that computer program is running. But for mobile, that is not the case. For example, you take, once again I am saying this said example. Suppose you developed a game app and you are using that game app on your mobile. So during the usage, there might be a call from your friend. So what will happen? The played game is suspended temporarily and it goes back, and the called program will come on the screen. So you are attending the call and you are speaking to your friend for a period of time. Thereafter you wind up the call. So after winding up the call, what will happen? The suspended app will be resumed from the background. So what is going? As a technical concept, we can say this might be a threading concept. Your game is under execution stage as a thread. A call is coming. So under that aspect, the game thread is going to wait stage and the call will begin to execute as a thread. So after the completion of that call as a thread, the suspended thread, the thread in wait stage, will be resumed from the lost point. Okay, so such a concept is needed. Such a concept is needed for mobile. Mobile is a multi-functionality device today. Any app will come on the screen with a different purpose. So under that aspect, that app has to be executed by giving some priorities. This is what is that? The thread. The Java following this concept as a thread. Okay, so it's another reason. The next thing for selecting the Java for mobile app development is what is that? The style of Java programming. Java, the field of Java follows modular approach. So what is that? Modular approach means what's that? Splitting the entire problem into different parts. Different parts means different modules. So this is what is that? Modular approach. Up to that you did Java programs within a single file. But in practical, while developing projects or developing software by using, you cannot follow that style. Okay, there you have to follow modular approach. So by using the modular approach within Java, all class files are defined under separate files. You take an example. For example, you take the student mark list problem. You are creating a class student. So as a skeleton programming as a student, you have to do it within a single Java file. But as a developer, first you have to put the class, student class, within a separate Java file, and you have to define the main file in another Java file, main class file in another Java file. So in such a way, the Java is developed. Actually, programs in Java are developed. It's a style of Java programming. For each and every part of the entire problem, you have to define classes with member variables, with member methods. Finally, you have to integrate all that one as a main class file. So it's the approach to be followed in practical. Okay, for example, you take this screenshot. It's a simple class file, Java file containing a main class. Okay. Suppose here the shown file is containing main class file, public class example. So you have to put the name example.java as the file name. Suppose you are willing to define a new class. Within this program, you have to define that class as a separate one before the main class. So it's a style that we followed up to that. But in practical, you see, in practical, each and everything used to be defined, the Java process. Okay, all the Java processes are defined under separate files. For example, you take these two, main activity.java, mydb.java. There are two Java files. The main activity contains the integrated information, main class, mydb. Mydb.java, it's a file doing database process. So what we are doing as a student, as a skeleton program, we have to do it on all these things within a single file, within a single Java file. But practically, for each and every process, the Java parts are coded as separate class files. So these are all the things that you have to know up to this. Okay. So in the next session, we have to continue the style of programming with some new concepts. So I will do it on another session. Thank you one and all.